The Oblates of St. Francis de Sales are a congregation of Roman Catholic priests and brothers who follow the teachings of St. Francis de Sales and St.Jane de Chantal. Foundation: an order of cloistered nuns. The Order of the Visitation of Holy Mary was founded originally by St. Francis de Sales at the request of St.Jane de Chantal in 1610. The establishment of an oratory at Thonon, where St. Francis served as the first provost, was a preparatory step toward carrying out his design, the accomplishment of which was prevented by his death. With St. Jane Francis de Chantal's encouragement and assistance, Raymond Bonal of ADGE, in France, carried out his plan, but this congregation died out at the beginning of the 18th century. 200 years later it was revived by Mother Marie de Sales Chapuis and Abbé Louis Brisson, a professor in the seminary of Troyes. In 1869, Fr. Brisson established St. Bernard College, near Troyes. In September 1871, Fr. Gilbert joined him, and Emmanuel Jules Ravinet, Bishop of Troyes, received them and 4 companions into the novitiate. Pope Pius IX temporarily approved their constitutions on the 21st of December 1875. The first vows were made the 27th of August 1876. The definitive approbation of their constitution was given on the 8th of December 1897. Known officially as the De Sales Oblates, the members of this religious order are of 2 states, clerics and lay brothers. They engage in a wide variety of areas of service. Oblates are apostolates of education, parish work and foreign missions. They also work as teachers at religious and secular colleges and missionary areas, as well as serving in military, campus, hospital, and convent chaplaincies and in inner-city social work. The postulate period lasts from 6 to 9 months and the novitiate period from 1 year to 18 months. For the first 3 years following first vows, the Oblates renew the vows annually, and then they profess the perpetual vows. The order is governed by a superior general elected every 6 years and 5 councillors general elected by the general chapter. The congregation gradually developed in France. It numbered 7 colleges and 5 other educational houses when the government closed them all, the 31st of July 1903. The founder retired to Plancy, where he died the 2nd of February 1908. The generalate was transferred to Rome, and the congregation divided into 3 provinces by language family: Latin, German, and English. Each province is administered by a provincial superior, appointed by the superior general and his council for 4 years. He is assisted by 3 councillors elected at each provincial chapter, which meets every 4 years, at an interval of 6 years between the regular general chapters. In the early 20th century they had the following membership. The Latin province has a scholasticate at Albano Lazial. In 1909, the Church of Sts. Celsus and Julian in Rome was entrusted to the Oblates. The novitiate for the Latin and German provinces is in Giovi. The École Commerciale Sainte-Croix in Naxos had about 50 pupils, and the College Street Paul at Piraeus about 200. 4 priests, stationed in Montevideo, performed mission work, running a flourishing young men's association in Brazil. 3 fathers had the district of Dom Pedrito de Sal, with an area of 28,000 square meters and a Catholic population of 20,000. The headquarters of the Uruguay-Brazil mission were at Montevideo, Uruguay. 1 oblate was stationed in Ecuador, where before the revolution of 1895 the congregation had charge of the diocesan seminary of Riobamba, several colleges and parishes. In 1909, a school for the congregation was opened at Dampicourt, Belgium. The German province had a preparatory school of about 40 students in the village of Schmiding of Oberösterreich in charge of St. Anne's Church in Vienna, also the Church of Our Lady of Dollars in Karlsgraben neighborhood of Doboling, Vienna, which is served by 6 oblates. At Artstetten, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria gave them charge of the parish in 1907 and assisted them to build a school. With the consent of the German government, Cardinal Fischer entrusted the Church of Marienburg in 1910. Several fathers were engaged in mission work. In Walmer they operated a boarding school for boys, the chaplaincy of the Visitation Convent and Academy of Roselands, and a small parish in Faversham. To this province belonged the Apostolic Vicariate of Orange River. Oblates in Africa. When the Vicar Apostolic of Cape of Good Hope, Bishop John Leonard, heard that the Society of African Missions of Lyons had decided to recall its subjects from Namaqualand and the northwestern Cape, he made a trip to Europe in 1880 in hopes of finding a congregation willing to assume the responsibility of evangelizing these districts. Fr. Brisson sent 5 missionary priests in 1882 to fulfill Bishop Leonard's request. South Africa missions were founded in Majieskloof in 1885, Nababip in 1900, Okiep in 1904, and Port Nolloth in 1904. Namibia missions were founded in Erechabes in 1896, Wombat in 1907, and Gabas in 1907. Oblates in North America. In 1893, the first Oblates priests came to the United States, serving chaplaincies in the New York City area. In 1906, the first English-speaking province was established in Wilmington, Delaware. After early years of modest expansion, the American province flourished during the 1940s and 1950s with many vocations from schools it conducted in the Wilmington, Philadelphia, Toledo, Detroit, and Niagara Falls areas. In 1966, the American province was split into the Wilmington-Philadelphia province, which encompassed the eastern and southern states, and the Toledo-Detroit province, which encompassed the central and western states. Wilmington, Philadelphia Province. Bishop Ireton High School, Alexandria, Virginia. DeSales University, Center Valley, PA. Northeast Catholic High School, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Father Judge High School, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Nativity Preparatory School, Wilmington, Delaware. Sales Unum School, Wilmington, Delaware. St. Francis de Sales K8 Salisbury, MD. Toledo, Detroit Province. Judge Memorial Catholic High School, Salt Lake City, Utah. Lumen Christi Catholic High School, Jackson, ME. St. Francis de Sales High School, Toledo, Ohio. St. Mary's High School, Stockton, CA.